One day, you're standing in a hospital room, holding this tiny newborn in your arms, your firstborn son. You're overwhelmed with joy, fear, hope, all at once. And then you blink. Nearly 18 years fly by, and suddenly, you're not rocking him to sleep. You're carrying boxes into his college dorm room. Time doesn't slow down. It doesn't wait. And if you're not careful, you'll miss it. In moments like that, when life presses pause just long enough for you to catch your breath, you start asking yourself the deeper questions. What really matters? What do I actually want to leave behind when I'm gone? Not the money, not the trophies, not the titles or the stuff. What lasts are the lessons, the truths, the values you pass down, the ones that root deep in your kids and hopefully carry them long after you're gone. So today, I want to share 3 lessons that I hope my kids never forget. And maybe, just maybe, they'll spark something in you too. To think bigger about your life, your time, and your impact. Hey, I'm Josh Laskett, realtor, husband, dad of 3, and someone who cares deeply about helping families like yours stay grounded in truth while building something lasting for today and the future. Lesson 1, faith first. Life will test you. It's not a matter of if, it's when. There will be mountaintop wins, moments where you feel unstoppable, and there will be valleys so deep you wonder if the sun will ever rise again. But if your faith is firm, you'll stand steady when the world shakes. Titles, money, recognition, even the approval of others, those come and go. They're sand in the wind. Faith, though, faith is different. Faith is the anchor that holds when the storm rages. It's what roots you when everything else feels unsteady. And I'll be honest with you, life doesn't pull its punches. Sometimes it feels like it throws not just the storm, but the whole kitchen sink too. Our family's walking through some heavy stuff right now, and we're doing our best to hold it together with grace. That's why this lesson matters so much to me, because without faith, the storms can swallow you whole. But with faith, you bend, but you don't break. You stumble, but you rise again. Faith doesn't make life easy, but it makes it possible. And lesson 2 flows right out of that. Value people over things. Because here's the truth. Stuff breaks. Cars wear out. Houses need repairs. Gadgets that once felt so shiny end up in a drawer. None of it lasts, and none of it can sit with you in the quiet moments when life feels heavy. But people are different. Relationships are where the true wealth of life is found. The hugs, the laughter, the shared struggles, the late night talks. Those are treasures you can't put a price tag on. Love your family deeply, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's messy. Show up for your friends, even when it costs you time or convenience. Treat strangers with dignity and respect, because you never know the burden that they're carrying. At the end of your life, nobody's going to tally up what you owned. They won't remember the size of your paycheck or the brand of your car. They'll remember how you made them feel. Did you bring peace into the room or tension? Did you leave people better than you found them, or worse? Things fade, but the love you pour into people, that's the kind of wealth that multiplies long after you're gone. And that brings me to lesson 3. Don't play small. You only get one shot at this life, one story to write, one legacy to leave. Don't waste it playing it safe or waiting for the perfect time, because that moment may never come. Take the risk. Chase the dream. Step into the unknown, even if it scares you, because growth never happens in comfort zones. And yes, you'll fail sometimes. You'll stumble, maybe even fall flat on your face. But failure isn't the end. It's the teacher. Every misstep carries a lesson if you're humble enough to learn it. The real tragedy isn't failing. It's never trying. It's reaching the end and being haunted by the question. The future is in your hands. Not someday, not tomorrow, right now. Write a story worth telling, one that you'll be proud to look back on, and one that inspires the people who come after you to keep dreaming big. Now, these aren't just lessons for my kids. They're reminders for me too. Because the truth is, time doesn't stop for anyone. It doesn't matter how much money you make, how many trophies that you've collected, or how tightly you try to hold on. The days keep moving. Faith, people, purpose, that's what really matters. Those are the things that last when everything else fades. And I'll tell you, it's so easy to get distracted. We get busy chasing deadlines, hustling for more, scrolling through everybody else's highlight reel. And before you know it, months slip by, years disappear. You blink and you're not where you thought you'd be. But if you root yourself in faith, if you pour yourself into people, if you live with purpose instead of just drifting, you don't just survive the days, you steward them well. You leave behind something more than memories. You leave behind a legacy. Now, if this video has stirred something in you, I'd love to hear it. Share it in the comments, the lessons that you want your kids or your grandkids to carry on. And if you're new here, I'd be honored to have you join this community. Hit that subscribe button and walk with me as we talk about life, legacy, faith, family, and yes, even real estate. Because building homes and building lives, those things go hand in hand. And at the end of the day, it's not about how much we owned, but about how much we gave, loved, and left behind. Remember, a single smile is infectious. It can spread joy, heal wounds, and carry further than you may ever realize. So go share yours today.